Next, we'll talk about loops. A loop is a way to repeat an action or a set of actions without writing the same code over and over. There are two types of loops, the for function and the while function here. So the for function is a type of loop that you know how many times you want to repeat the code or iterate through a list. The iterate function can iterate through a data structure as well as a string using in. The range function can create a sequence of integers. It has three parameters: start, stop, and step. The first example below will use the iterate function. So I have a list here, and then for I and A, so what this does is for every element I in A, it will print I. So what it will do, it will just print 1, and then it will iterate through it. So now it will print 2, print 3, and then it will print until the end of the list. As noted before, you can also iterate through strings. So I have a string here. So for every element in A, it will just print the character. Now if I run this, this is your output here. The next example talks about the range function. So again, the range function can have up to 3 parameters. So if you have 3 parameters, you'll use the start, the end, the step. So it will start at 2, and once it finishes 2, it will step by adding 3 to that value. So now it will be 5. And then once that's finished, it will add 3 again. So now the value is 8. It will step again to 11, and since 11 is greater than 10, it will stop. The next example I have uses the range of 2 parameters. So with 2 parameters, you're assuming that your step is equal to 1, which is the default. So here, it will start at -4, it will end at 2. So it will start at -4, then at -3, and then it will eventually stop at 1 and will not go to 2. Lastly, the range with 1 parameter. So this just uses the end, assuming that the start is defaulted to 0 and the step is defaulted to 1. So it will print 0 to 4. So when I run this, you get all these outputs here.